everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday. Welcome to the beginning of your weekend. Should your weekend begin on a Friday, we're back. Hi, Average Teacup. Shanks, Excelina's. Good morning. Cardfrick. Howdy. How you doing? We're here. And today, I'm sure I'll get up to a couple of things, but the main thing I want to do is rares for mounts, because I no longer need to do Decor Duel. I did it. I got it all. I have all of the Mog from Decor Duel. I have all the Decor. I even have a couple extra coins if I ever want Decor copies, so that's good. I am done with ritual sites for this week. I wouldn't mind doing more of them next week when the Daggerspine point is back up, because I still need the Kelpstalker mount, and it's not a bad way to get Marl either if you're actually running and finishing them. But I need hang on, I need two things. I need Voidscar Arena for Harati Rep, but I also need Voidscar Arena. Here, I can heal it. That's fine. This will go fine. I need rares for mounts for rares. What's that Q10 look like if I'm healing it? Doesn't know yet. I have 3 characters. I have no mounts that are from the rares from the different zones, so there's kind of no wrong answers for where to farm. I kind of want to start on my priest in Shadow Spec, but I wish that if you queued for dungeon as healer, it would pop you into healer when you zone in. And maybe it does if you're not a priest and it doesn't know which healer spec you might want. That's some bad luck. Yeah, I don't have a count of how many attempts I have. I don't have rarity on. I understand it takes kind of a slightly finicky version of rarity in order to work, so I'm just kind of not worrying about it. We're doing it the Zen way. What will be, will be. That one's an elite, too. 2 of my characters have the item level to, do the elite ones, I'm pretty sure. Although, certainly not in healer spec. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get into shadow spec, and if my Q pops, we'll just sort it out, and if people run away from me, then that's how life goes. Wouldn't be the first time, and it probably won't be the last. And look at this. Delves, sure. Yeah, okay. See if I can do this one. I feel like this one it's got the extra star, and I feel like that makes it elite. You can't make me submit to the void. I'm a literal Shadow Priest. I did that already. That's my cooldown. Well, that seems fine. How hard the rare elites are seems very much tied to how much melee damage they do. Because as long as they're doing things that are oh, hang on, I don't have... My interrupt might be on too long of a cooldown for that. As long as they're doing things that are, oh, it's reducing my damage done, that are interruptible or kind of outplayable, it's not, you can fight them for ages. So, well, here. Are you stacking it up? You are stacking it. I see. Okay. And that is a magic effect, which I cannot dispel on myself unless... Well, do I have... I don't know. I don't think I'm expecting the mass dispel. When I fight with the void stuff, I'm like, wait, I'm on your side. No loyalty around void creatures. Nasty rare. Yeah! Alright, well, my stacks reset anyway, so that's something. I see now that that's... Oh, they reset, they also duplicate, so even if your stacks don't reset, your old ones will still time out. That's generous. Appreciate that. That's kind of a bone to get through. Husband and I have been killing rares. He's gotten 1, me, none. It's gotta happen eventually. Is it gonna happen right now? Nope. Although, I did need that staff. I did need it. Can't lie. So I'm gonna do the dungeon quest, and that's gonna get me... No, it's not gonna quite get me to 19. That's kind of the other thing that I want to do, is get my Haranir rep to 19 so that I can buy the last mount. Assuming that I can scrape together enough Marl. I feel as though that's gonna be tricky. We have 4,000. That's not nothing. That's an okay place to start. Prove me wrong. Hammered that rare. We did okay. Sometimes when I need to kick things and I'm on my priest, it occurs to me that I can kick something, but if I need to kick again within 30 seconds, we're going to have a problem. Hey, Hazel, happy rares for Mounts Day again. I do think this may be a thing for a while. This is not a day that I expect to be done with anytime soon. With the drop rate and how many mounts there are to get, I feel like this is going to be the gift that keeps on giving. This is an activity that can keep me busy for like a nice long time. I think we're going to get good at it. I'm going to figure out what all the rares do. I'm going to memorize where they are. I mean, I have a map, but like I'm going to get really used to where everybody is and all the tricks about like, oh man, this one's underground. We're going to have a lovely time. Oh, there we go. Here's the queue. The rares are up too, but that's okay. That's the spirit. Yeah, we're just gonna be in it. Oh, it did put me into Holy Spec. I manifested it. Wow. Okay, perfect. I will take it. I have no mana, but that's fine. This is a normal dungeon. I don't... How much mana could I possibly need? Need to play WoW more. Finish leveling at least one character. Okay, I'm coming. You're a blood DK. You can heal yourself, right? Rare elites do hit pretty hard. Can reliably kill the 2 in Haranir. The Perrin ZA a bit outside the reach as a melee DPS. Yeah, I know what you mean. Those 2 scare me. I'm also a little scared of Stumpy. I'll try it again. I feel like I've had to bail on Stumpy in Herondar a couple times because I think I can do it and then I get stumped. I think is usually how that goes. Fun to barrel through these. Oh, the normal dungeons? Mounts are your life now. Yeah. Don't use guides. Stream of consciousness. Wow. Still haven't found all the zone glyphs. I think that's a lovely way to play. As devs intended. Stumpy can get nasty the longer he's up. Oh, does he stack? Like a damage amp or damage buff or something? Hi, Hazel and chat. Hope you're all doing well. Tanked my first ever dungeon earlier because I've been feeling burnt out in DPSing. Made a Brewmaster Monk to try something different. Nice. That's fun. Brew's a great choice. Not that there's a wrong choice, but Brew's always gonna make your healers happy anyway. Stagger's a magical mechanic. I get so used to it because my main tank that I normally heal is a Brewmaster, and whenever I have to heal like a other tank that doesn't have Stagger, I'm always like, oh yeah. They frighten me sometimes. Good on ya for tanking. Yeah. I closed my office door so that I could run the vacuum out there and not have too much sound. I hear some complaints though. Should I let him in? Oh, buddy. Tuna will not be denied. There's gonna be a boss over here. I don't know a thing about these dungeons, and I probably won't until... I probably won't know anything until they actually enter the season traditionally. Hi. I'll just let you do your thing, you know? You let me know if you want up. Or you just climb on up, that's fine too. Play keyboard 2, Razor Basilisk. I have not kept up remotely with like gaming peripheral product launches. What is a basilisk? In Razor terms, not in like mythical terms. Perrin ZA like 277, still feel like I need another 6 to 10 idle levels to pull them off reliably. I'll probably keep skipping them. Zone mounts from Eversong and Voidstorm in week 1. Hera and Zul'Aman refuse to cooperate. Plus hates me. Oh no. Meow. You want up? No. Alright. Tony elevator. Oh. How are you? I'm not gonna smooch you. I'm wearing lip gloss. That's a great way to make a sticky cat fur pancake. It's on my mouse already. This is a boss. This is not a boss. He's not on the boss name list. Tuna, I need to use the mouse. You cannot confiscate it. It's my mouse. Good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning, Fleta. Hope you're having a lovely day. Happy 5-month resub. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Puna. If you're gonna bite my mouse cable, you're gonna lose. You're gonna get removed from I almost said moose. I'm getting the wrong animal in trouble. Might have to do that another 35 times. You can still hide out in here with me. Yeah. You're gonna get removed. Whenever I get on the ground to, like, greet the kittens, Moose comes running over and puts himself between me and the kittens and is, like, wagging his tail begging for pets. And I don't know if he's jealous that I'm paying attention to them or he's protecting them from me. He usually, like, licks everybody like a let's all be calm and play it cool here kind of thing. And it's like, Moosey, I'm allowed to pet the kittens. I'll be nice to them, I promise. But like clockwork, he hears you like sit down and say like hi Tiki or Tuna, and he's like, I gotta go. Gets right in the middle. Me. Yeah. Why don't you pet me? Which is funny because he's not normally like a super begging for pets kind of Oh, does he need a wiping? He's on my PC right now. Here, if you hand that to me, I can do it. Thank you. After this boss here. You've been informed you need a
Come, busy yourself. I prepare a Troxus for your next fight.
Yeah,
I expect you to at least provide him with some good exercise.
I also look everyone around me if I really want to calm the situation down. Works every time. Whatever you guys were mad about, you are no longer thinking about, huh? I'm kind of playing a dangerous game of how fast and loose can I take this normal dungeon as a healer without getting in trouble. Oh, you want him back in my lap? You can hang out on my lap. You can hang out on the desk. You cannot bite my mouse cable. Ideally, you don't bite any cables, but, you know, let's work on one at a time. It's so cute when he sits and watches the monitor. He just, like, cranks his head back and sits right in front of it. Oh, hey, Tiki. Welcome. Good morning. What? I'm trying to learn. I spent years learning how to mimic Kira's sounds. And I don't have years of practice with these ones, so my impressions are not good yet. I like being able to do the sound. I can do his trill, because trills are easy, but they have little funny sounds that I can't make. Are you guys gonna... You guys are gonna wrestle on top of me. That's fine. Just don't turn off the PC. Mama's got a stream, babies. Someone's got to keep you in wet food. I'm here. Hello, Hazel and Chatters. Hello, Zaphirox. Happy Friday. Hope you're at the beginning of a beautiful weekend. I was outside looking at my garden again this morning, and they are getting taller. They are growing. I know that's what plants do, especially when they get nice weather and lots of sunshine and a bit of warmth, but, like, it's satisfying. 1 week of work left before I'm off for 2 weeks? Ho ho ho. Not too bad. He's gonna blend into my shirt today, but I have a Tiki on my lap. Hi, buddy. What are you playing with? What did you find? Try not to remove any keycaps, would you? I feel like my keycaps on my keyboard are like, they still come on and off, but like, I've had this keyboard longer than I can remember. I don't clean it as often as I should, but I have cleaned it a number of times at this point, which generally I take off all the keycaps and I like really get in there. And I don't bite that, baby. I've done it enough times that I feel like the keycaps come off a little easier than they used to. They don't clip on quite as thoroughly. You know, there's only so long you can expect plastic to maintain its tension. And every now and then, like if I'm really, I don't know, pushing to talk with gusto or DPSing or something, I'll fling one of them off and then I'll have to go retrieve it and put it back. Sounds wonderful. 2 weeks off. Oh man, that's long enough for you to like settle in and get used to it, which I feel like is a huge blessing and also a huge curse. Excuse you. That is what you got booted for last time. Whenever I'm talking to the cats, I'm mostly doing it for my own benefit. I don't actually expect them to be like, ah, yes, you're right. I'm going to stop biting your mouse cable. Go on holiday, then it's my birthday. Happy early birthday. What kind of a holiday you going on? That sounds nice. I was fishing the other day. There was a pair of tourists in the area that were, oh, excuse you. Too neat. There was a pair of tourists there, and they were kind of asking about like the spot in the area, and I was telling them about the birds and stuff. I was like tickled pink that I knew anything that could be of any interest, and they said they were from the south of the UK, and I was just thinking, oh man, I live somewhere where people go on holiday. That's nice. I would go on holiday to the UK. We could trade. Let's do like that one Christmas movie with the lady and Jack Black. That's nice. That's awesome. Island's amazing. Those two were doing vacation right, because they were not hitting like the big tourist spot. They were finding the little out of the way like corners that mainly the locals go to, which I feel like is the best way to do it. Not that there's anything wrong with something that's like touristy. Often those are really beautiful too, but love looking out of the way spot. A little less crowded. Also, I feel like the lesson is if you're an adult and you're going on holiday and you're like traveling, if you can do it during the months where kids are still in school, especially if you're going to a place where there's going to be any like kids or teenagers partying, maybe go. May's a great month, you know. Hi Tuna, welcome back. Make good choices. Shoulder season for the win. Is that what they call it? I guess like May and then like September. Here in the UK, I think we would all like to go to Canada. We're having nice weather out here. I don't think today's going to be quite as blistering sunny. Excuse you, you can't kill those bugs. Those are fictional bugs. He's thinking about it. Term I heard March through May, September through November. I like it. I think it makes perfect sense. Tiki feels so nice sitting on my lap. You're just a nice warm little kitty, huh? Hey. You're off camera. You're so cute, though. How you feeling this morning? You guys may not wage Cat War 3 on my desk. If you're gonna do that, you gotta do it somewhere else. Oh my god, they're both on my lap. Oh. They like grooming each other and cuddling, but they always have to bite each other a bunch first. Like, it never starts just with grooming. I'm gonna wait for them to gather all that up. Talk to our 4 kitties all the time. We have a Maine Coon, Newt, that'll be a year old next week. Happy early birthday, Newt. Such a character. Edison is my sweet boy. A little dumb, but that's why he's special. Albert, sweet and needy, and Calvin's just a typical don't bother me boy. They're all boys. I got 2 boys, too. Ow! It just worked that way. Why are you biting me? Spent 3 nights in the south of France. In Nice last year at the beginning of March. It was perfect. How do y'all visualize the months? Weird to ask. I always see them in my head as a circle. Interesting. If I think about visualizing a month, I normally think about like a blocky, kid-friendly font of black ink with the name of the month, like you saw on like in like elementary school in like grade 1, 2, 3. I feel like months were very school based because you'd always date every school project. You would write the date on it, so you were very like locked into what month it was. Each month had different themes, you know, and you would be doing like seasonal stuff, hand turkeys and whatnot, maple leaves. So I think of like that sans serif blocky black font. If we're visualizing, which I know is more like letterhead than than like a shape, but that's where I go. Well, the area would not want to go with the height of tourist season. Yep. Yep. Get that. Oh. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh, maybe run it into this thing. That would make sense. Can we all do it? Is that gonna be okay? Sure. This is the last boss. We're almost out of here. Where'd my druid go? There. I'm doing this for reputation. It's the weekly dungeon for rep. And once I get my Harenir rep finished, I feel like I won't care anymore. But for the particular personal moment right now, I still need it, and I like never get Harenir rep. So, oh hey, and I got a Void Light Brazier. Is it cool? Oh, there's a Phoenix egg. That was from raid the other night. Oh, I don't even have it yet. Neat. I don't know if I want it, but like I didn't have it yet. It's a +1. Can't be too mad at that. Alright. Let's skedaddle on out of here. So there's still rares I should get. Oh, I'm back in Shadowspec. That's nice. We can do these rares. I guess I could turn in next time I'm like switching zones. We could finish these zones. Is it in here? I found a rare in here. This feels like a long way to go. I feel like there must have been a better access point than the one I used, but we found her. Maybe she'll drop him out. Da-da-da. No. No luck. What about the other one? I guess if I just keep going through, maybe I'll find a better path. You should seek glorious abundance. Yeah, any rare. There's 2 mounts per zone, and any of the rares can drop and either of the 2 mounts from that specific zone. So if you're 0 of 8 like me, then there's literally any rare. Which is nice, because I feel like it turns it into more of like a scavenger hunt. I say it's nice now. The drop rates are famously not so hot. People are often here for like a long time without a lot of reward, but maybe the journey will be the reward. We can just be happy to be here. Sarcasm. Not that much sarcasm, honestly. I feel that statement needs a little sarcasm to stop it from being just like unbearably positive. But I really am happy to be here. I do love a good farm just for the farm's sake. It is kind of fun. Had the intention of doing some Mythic Plus this week. Don't know if I'm gonna make it. Yeah, gotta happen. You know what that sentence kind of made me think of? Is I sort of appreciate this lately. I don't even remember when they made this change, but I sort of appreciate that lately you don't have like good or bad weeks really to do keys necessarily the same way that we used to. Like it used to be the affixes would line up and like this is a good push week, you have to do keys even if you're busy. This is a terrible push week, even if you have time, now is not the time to be doing keys. And it was like up to nobody but the gods of RNG, like it were the cycle. I feel like that sucked, and I'm glad that we're done with that. I appreciate that that's gone. Affix is so much better. Yeah, I like the way that they've I feel like they've sort of let the dungeons be the content and speak for themselves and not just make you do a bunch of other fiddly stuff on top of them. I wonder if these rares must also count, the Starmarian Assault rares. There's a bunch of them. I feel like they're hard though. I feel like they're elite. Any of them up? They are elite. Yeah, maybe I should not worry about these then. I feel that I have enough characters and enough zones to farm and enough rares to kill that I don't have to go out of my way to do the really stinky ones. I can probably make do just doing standard issue normal rares across my 3 characters. I don't even know if I'm going to get to the 3rd character. My priest and my warrior are both quite well geared, so they can really like hold their own against basically any of them. My hunter has not been played in a hot minute, and her gear is only okay. She's got like item level 263 maybe. It's fine. It's not ballin'. I remember when I was learning to tank in Shadowlands, I asked a guildie who was a former Mythic Raider for some tips about how to manage Necrotic better. And his response was, skip Necrotic week. Unironically. I believe it. Alright, this is an elite. I feel like I've bailed on him before, but let's give it a whirl. Zero of 8 2 Hazel. 0 of 8 buddies. 0 of 8 club. I'm gonna need to find ways, I think, to like remix the stream titles so I can have different stream titles to differentiate the files while still conveying that it's rare farming and I have no mounts yet. So I feel like 0 of 8 club is a good one. I'll add that to the back pocket. Yeah, first kill per day per rare, but I believe that alts would help. I could be wrong. Well, ow. Kind of running out of least invasive add-on. Probably handy notes. Handy notes can put them on your map. I like Rare Scanner because it'll kind of like alert when I fly by them, which I find useful. I only barely killed that guy. Yeah, he is hurty. Bones are hurting. Yeah, Rare Scanner is what I'm using currently. What about this lady? Some of these names, man. I know they've had to name like a lot of mobs and they're probably scraping the bottom of the creativity barrel a little bit. Oh boy. Okay. She's not elite. She's a normal rare. She has like a lot of eyeballs. She just has extras. Maybe it's just in case. Tiki. Why? Don't do that. Ow! Careful, please. That's my flesh. Also, I like these pants. If you're gonna do that, you can't sit on my lap. That's the rule. You have to think about it. Let's try this way. The rare amount that I want most, ow! Alright, that's it. That's it. You're losing lap privileges. Tiki and Tuna are both around. Tuna went somewhere. I don't know where. Tiki was in my lap. We're learning about why biting my knee is not a good thing to do. You weren't using that flesh. That rare and the 2 Zolomon rares can slap if you're not prepared. Yeah. I used my health potion. It almost wasn't enough. There's. Should I just fight it like here? Is this a spot to stand? I don't need to like move around, do I? Nope. This is an awful place to try to fight this. But We're fine. I can loot it. I was a bit worried about not being able to loot it. Okay. So any skulls that I still see are rares that I haven't killed yet. Because Rare Scanner will take the skull off the map if I've killed it for the day on this character. Which we appreciate. Looks like someone's camping for this one. Is it like about to spawn? There's something going on over here. I feel like the map marker's in the wrong spot. I feel like the guy spawns over here. Hello. I don't know how long I'm willing to wait. Oh, there's a lot of there's a lot of world quests for gold. I shall not get sidetracked. I shall not get distracted.
The void gathers in great strength over here.
It's hard for me to walk by a gold world quest. It's like, that's just 1,000 gold sitting on the ground. What do you mean I could just pick it up?
The void gathers in great strength over here. We would be wise to disrupt them.
Flesh thing reminds me of the achievement on Illyria for that we did for the achievement run. That was funny. I don't even want to do that one. I was just checking for a rare. Okay, if it's not up, I could do another lap. I feel like I could also just leave it be, though. I don't think I feel like I need to get literally every rare from each zone. If we reach the end of the stream and we're still looking for more, we could then, like, come back and do it. I think for right now, I should Hearth, turn in this rep quest. Have a look at that. Tune is back on the PC. And then maybe... I don't really have like a specific... I don't really have like a specific... Let me see here. Order that I want to do the zones in. I have a feeling I'm going to end up doing more of Eversong just because it's closer. Alright, here's our turn in. If I do a few world quests in Harrendar, I could probably get that rep level 19. Because I'm pretty close. You can get 250, I think, for just doing the daily. Let's head out there and just see. We can head out there and have a look. If I do end up needing to kill, like, bajillions of rares, at least it'll be good for my Marl. And it's not bad for gold, either. I've just been vendoring these blues. It seems like you get kind of 30, 40 gold per. The weapons are worth more like 70, so that's nice. You guys both, Both kittens have moseyed on back to the other areas of kitten territory. Can close the door so we don't have to listen to the vacuum. Let's see. So sometimes there's dailies here, sometimes there's not. I guess there's always world quests. Those do give rep. I don't know, man. Let's do a little lap of we'll do a little lap of rares. We'll see if we can get something to drop here. See what we can cook up. Not there. Nope. One thing I've never sat and counted up is like how many rares there are. Just in general. If you were going to do them every day. How many attempts are we talking per character? Someone probably has that number handy. Someone probably knows. Off the top of their head. We'll get all the marl we need, one or two at a time. the mount that we want to buy for it from Herondar is, I think, the Cerulean Spore Glider. They want 8,000 Marl. That feels like a lot. It feels like many. Got 4 out of 8 mounts, but killed like 700 to 50 to 800 or so rares. Wow. Do you use more than one character? I want to know how the people are making it work. Sounds like robbery. Holy. This one, I feel like it's not worth checking because I can't solo him. He's like a world boss level rare. I guess I could try if he's up. I managed to solo one of the other ones. He's like so scary. He's just gonna kill me. We can try. You know, it's a great honor to be stomped by the World Shaker, I suppose. Yeah, he's one of the ones that like hurts quite badly in melee. His melee hits hurt. Kind of running out of cooldowns. I'm also running out of stops for the muck. The muck is a movement speed snare, but it also hurts pretty badly when it first hits, it looks like. I can get rid of movement speed effects with my gnome racial. It seems like it's more like the... I do not want any extra mobs. Yeah, that hurts. Okay. Maybe? Use my DR again. Yeah, we're fine. Somebody else showed up, though. I didn't solo that. A Death Knight rolled along. I don't know if I would have had that if it was just me. Appreciate it. Morning. Good morning, Zoldak. Glad I no longer have to touch these stupid rares ever again. That's the spirit. This is it. Never mind. It could have been it. It could have been the first one. We're not like asking to be done with the run. We just need 1 of 8. We just need our first one. We gotta find out what the first one's gonna be. I'm doing this for Marl. And also I feel like if I'm in Herondar, I can kind of justify. It's only like 75 rep per quest, though. It's not very many. I just want to get this rep. Not even done, just a 19. Do I have 8k Marl? No, I only have 4,700. Maybe I should chill. It's not like I can buy the mount if I earn it anyway. How's the mount hunting going? I assume that's what you're doing. That is a good assumption. Today is one of the rare days where I'm doing what it says in the tin. My stream title matches my chosen activity. Even if no one showed up, it was almost done. You know, WoW's a good game when the best part of it is no longer having to interact with the system. That's how I felt about school. This is great. I'm never coming back. Finished my Midnight Diplomat today. Nice. Real reward not having to farm anymore. I'm just happy that there's like a little bit of extra value that you can get while working on this. Like a little gold from vendoring the blues and a little Marl from 50 Marl per rare. That's a pretty nice consolation prize to me, because, like, I am so thirsty for Marl. I need so much of it, and even when I feel like I'm trying to do it, it's just not coming at the pace that I want it to for how much of it I need. It's not as bad as Resonant Crystals were, but I never got even close. Well, that's not true, actually. I think I got everything for Resonant Crystals except for the last, like, transmog sets, and those transmog sets were A, ugly, and B, like, I have recolors of them. And also C, they were expensive. They wanted a lot of resonant crystals for them. So, like, yeah, I don't know. Have you done all the praise? I did all the nightmare ones. I got my nightmare mode achievement. I got the golden worm looking thing. I did the Prey meta, so I have that title. I have all the Prey mounts. I didn't finish all the achievements in that I didn't do all of the targets on normal and on heroic. Or hard or whatever. I didn't finish that. I might at some point if I start feeling real completion-y about it. I don't know though. That might be okay. Sometimes I get bit by the urge to finish achievements and sometimes I just leave them be. Not for me. Close to Paragon with Hair and Dark, maxed out in the others. This is by far my worst rep for being behind. Avoided Mythic Plus like the plague, but I think I'm out of stuff to procrastinate with. You don't have to do it. You don't have to. No one's gonna make you. Only do it if it's fun. I've been having a blast with it. I think it's a super fun season, but that's just been my own single personal anecdote. Squirrels keep jumping up to the windowsill, looking in, trying to guilt me into giving them more birdseed. Anybody home? Hmm? I am so close to this. We may as well finish it. I think I had so much fun, it legit tuckered me out. Yeah. I don't do it every day, keys, but a couple times a week if it comes up kind of thing. I'm lucky to have friends in my life that are organizing forces because I am not the organizing force. I am not the personality type that is going to reach out to people and be like, hey, do we want to do this thing? Let's pick a time. Because I live in a perpetual state of not wanting to bother people and assuming they have better things to do. It's not a great place to live, but that is my home. So it's good that I have other friends that do that, so I can be like, yes, I will go. Right there. 278 is more than enough to do 10s as a tank. I won't say that 10s are free, but they are basically. They are much easier than you would expect them to be. You are well and thoroughly prepared. As the person who's often the organizing force, I'm glad you have them. I too suffer from botherophobia. I have to talk myself out of it when it's like calling a business who has someone answering the phone specifically to help with the specific things that I'm calling about. And I'm like, well, I don't want to bother them. Literally what they're there to do. It's not like I'm calling them at home. Let's see. So that was 75 rep for the World Quest. Although 180 moral, always good. It looks like you get 30 moral baseline for a World Quest, just in general, and then you get a little extra if it's a moral World Quest, of course. I survived Shadowlands Season 1. I guess it can't be that bad. I've avoided bothering people all my life. Must say, bother them. They probably want to be bothered. Oh, yeah. Easier said than done. And I spilled water all over myself. Luckily, my watch is waterproof. Do you think there's any people that host like social office hours in their lives where they just let it to be known to the people around them that they will be free and available for socializing every blank between the hours of blank and blank, and people either like maybe they just like post up at like a cafe or people come over to their house or whatever, and it's just like an open invitation during those hours. People must do that. I guess it only works if you're going to be reliably ready to socialize on a weekly calendar. I feel like I kind of have to be struck by the mood a little bit. Autopull, thank you for the 66-month resub. Happy Friday, Hazel and friends. Happy Friday. Glad to have you here. Getting declined for 10s in my 276 mage. The item level of people applying has really skyrocketed because of void cores and bonus rolls and whatnot. So that is kind of, it's not, you're not getting declined because you couldn't do it. It's probably just because there's people that are geared to the gills that just want to run their 10s, and people are always going to take just like the most the best option in a given pile of options. You could, I mean, you don't even tell you that. so on board with social office hours. Let's make that a thing. I think online, my stream is kind of my social office hours. I guess I literally am describing stream. I'm gonna be here between blank hours and blank hours. I have agreed in advance that I am here and available to hang out and chat. You can come or not come as you like. I will be around, and then when it is over, I will turn it off, and then I will be unavailable. This is more like public social office hours, but similar principle. Any rares? Gonna be people who are 285 queuing just Revolt? Yeah. Vault, and then people that want to use their bonus rolls real quick. Or I guess it's probably both, but like people that got their 2 bonus rolls, they're targeting specific pieces. If you bonus roll on a 10, you're gonna get that. That's like the lowest level that you can get that myth track item. So I think you're gonna get a lot of people that are very geared applying for those. During COVID, I think some TAs streamed during their office hours for tutoring. As AF took me a while to start getting accepted more regularly into high key since demo was meta. Not until I got more geared, and they buffed the spec. Thanks, Toothless Viking. Love your streams. Aw, shucks, you're cute. That's a nice thing to say. Easiest way is to ask the friend person in question if they want to hang out. If they say no, it's fine. They're going to be happy their friend thought of them. Yes. Anxiety Brain says, well, now you've put them in a position where if they're not feeling like it, they have to... It's much harder for someone to... Like, not everyone can say no. So you are assuming that if they are not in the mood, that they will have the social fortitude to turn you down to your face when you have outright asked them. You know. And I fully get this is Delulu brain talking. But, like, if I'm put in that position, I will say yes whether I want to or not. So I'm hesitant to put other people in that position. You know what I mean? This is why I live a largely solitary life. That's on them though. But I was the one that started that situation. So much greater that you're forcing them when you aren't a friend that reached out often. Yeah. Oh, I gotta tag it. It's funny. My mom is just like me. Or I guess I'm just like my mom because she came first. She's the original. My mom and I have the exact same thing in that regard. We have the exact same case of trying not to bother each other itis. So we end up not hanging out or talking because neither one of us wants to bother the other one, even though we've had multiple conversations where we realize that we're doing the exact same thing because it's genetic. It's really funny, but also kind of a problem, and I should also probably call my mom. Is that not how it's meant to work? It's a little validating because it's not like it happened to me because I'm broken or doing things wrong or anything. It's just it's inherited. It's an inherited trait. Runs in the family. Am I gonna find any more rares up? I guess I don't know. I'll do one more little lap, and then if I don't, then I will move on and try a different zone. Mom has successfully ingrained in me that I will always be welcome with her. Air hug if required. One time I had arranged that I was gonna go visit my mom's place to water her plants while she was out of town. And so I had her key and I was gonna go over before stream and everything. And on the day of, I decided I was going to do it really early. It was summer. It was light out early. I really wanted lots of time so I could get home in time to walk Moose and have breakfast and everything. So I went over there at 5 in the morning, early. And I let myself in. And I realized that something feels not quite right. And then I hear either my mom or my mom's partner be hello. And I'm like, hello? And it turns out they left the following day and I had just broken and entered. They're home at the crack of dawn. I'm like, it's just me. I'm so sorry. I guess I got confused. I'm still so embarrassed. And it's my own mom, but I'm so embarrassed. Oh, man. You're always welcome at mom's, but, like, maybe not at, like, 5 in the morning while they're still in bed. The day before they leave for their big trip. Let's see. It's one of those things that's going to keep me up at night forever. Didn't hit you with a pan or something. Yeah. I identified myself pretty quickly. Not because I thought she was going to clock me at the frying pan, but just because I figured it's kind of a scary thing to have somebody open your door that you had previously locked while you're in bed still, and I should tell her that it's her daughter. Giving me contact embarrassment, right? Oh my gosh. I think my sister is now the one who would water their plants while they're gone. And she's better at calendars than me, so that might be for the best. What's going on over here? Is this just a world boss? What is this? Looks like a world boss. I've had the worst luck with these rares. Lucky dust for hunting. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I haven't gotten lucky yet. I haven't been at it long enough to feel hard done by, though. I gotta spend, like, I think a solid week's worth of streams at this before I start to craft my victim complex. I haven't earned the right to be salty yet. We'll get there. It'll come. That's next week's vibe. I don't mind doing the world boss just for the Mog, honestly. I'm not even gonna try to say that German word. I cannot even fathom how that's pronounced. I'm lucky when I pronounce English right. There's no rare in here. I'm gonna go try the other two zones. We can come back if it comes to it. We can come back and sort of do another lap. I've got 2 more zones to check in this character, and then I have more characters. Hello. Good morning, Blackie and Salty. Or good afternoon, or good evening. Happy Friday. Wonder if that translates directly as friendship.
What needs bring you here?
I get that really bad. I know a lot of people do, but it makes it hard for me to watch comedies that are based on, like, awkward or embarrassing situations because I feel it too hard and it hurts. I don't like it. So glad it's Friday. TGIF. 668 gold there. I can pop that epic into my bank. That's not the bank. Can't do those either. Good, good. At one point I went through and I, like, peeled all of the blues out of here, so my warbank epics or my warbank gear, warbound gear is all epics. There's just too many blues. You get too many of them. Oh yeah, I was gonna set myself up with that Mythneka. Well, later me problem. Let's go check for these rares. We'll cringe myself into the 7th layer of hell. Yeah. I will not get sidetracked doing World Quests. I could get sidetracked doing Soltheral Soiree. I don't think I've done that yet. I could save it for the weekend, though. Saturday morning, maybe tomorrow morning, when there might be people around doing the runestone. So nice if you can get other people doing the runestone. I should do those on Tuesdays. I just never log on Tuesdays. I don't remember. I'm not streaming, so I just kind of forget. Love Curb Your Enthusiasm. A lot of secondhand cringe moments. A lot of comedies just built off that kind of thing, which is fine. It's clearly effective, or they wouldn't keep doing it. It's just not for me for most of the time. Are you going to level any alts during time walking? I didn't plan to. I don't plan to, no. I think I have enough alt for me to be playing for the next while. I don't feel like I need any more. Usually if I'm gonna level alts just for the sake of getting them to a higher level, it's like an end of expansion thing. Because normally by the time you get to the very end of the expansion, there's been like a few different layers of like leveling improvements and catch up and time walking or whatever, and it goes like really, really fast. So figure if I'm not going to play the alts, I may as well procrastinate. Procrastinate leveling them until either the very end of the expansion when it's super easy, or I just never level them and I eventually delete them if I feel like I don't need them. But I'm holding out. They're going to do another Collector's Bounty one day, I believe. When you're running out of things to do for your main. I have my Priest and I have my Warrior, and I think that's going to be plenty. Especially if I end up trying to keep them both geared next season. Because I want to play the Warrior, but I feel like I'm going to still want to have a healer around. For keys specifically. Like, I'm excited to play Warrior in keys more than anything. But it's nice to have a healer you can play. And it would be nice to have one that I'm good at, because I really like healing keys. I find it so fun. And some of my friends do play healer, but most of them in my regular group don't exclusively play healer, and a lot of them would kind of prefer to DPS if they get a chance. So I feel like it would be good if I had it, if I wanted to heal keys as well as DPS keys, like if I could do both. And I don't really have any interest in playing Shadow. I don't know why not. That would make things easier if I was just doing it on the one character, but I'd rather have 2 characters with different gear sets and try to juggle gear on my one character, apparently. One of my irrational things is getting annoyed when I feel like a movie or book is trying to evoke a certain emotion from me. I feel like I get that if it's sort of being done in a way that's not earned. Like they're trying to convey this big emotional journey, but instead of doing an emotional journey, they just kind of like skipped past half of it and then played piano music. That would irritate me. I do think evoking emotions is kind of the fundamental purpose of media, though. Or storytelling, anyway. Where mounts? Why mount no drop? Where is it? The one mount, please. Work meeting time. Have a great meeting. While playing my healer. So hard on myself during high keys, I end up going DPS. Yeah. How difficult high keys are is so dependent on your group when you're healing. It's crazy. Focused on work. Any luck? No, not yet. Getting some good rear kills in. Getting them together, getting them down. We've got this zone, and then Zul'Aman before I have to think about using my warrior. Assuming that works. Oh, here's another one. Actually had 4 of the rare mob mounts drop for me this expansion, but not the one I want. Dragonhawk. Oh. I hope it drops for you soon. Sending you extra luck over the interwebs. Oh, thanks. I don't know if I'm expecting to get him out like today. I feel like that's not reasonable. I feel like if it happens, it'll happen, but it seems like the drop rates are low enough that they'll come when they're ready. Back meeting isn't for another 30 minutes. I'm not tired. You're tired. Hey, at least you remembered it 30 minutes early and not 30 minutes late. That is the correct kind of wrong to be. Oh, man. 1 in 200. Yeah, oh, you're getting him out today. Maybe. Could be. Is it going to be this one? I don't think my guild's going to do Flex Mythic. They might surprise me. I don't think that the raid size was the only thing preventing us from doing Mythic. I think there are a handful of people that want to, but general mood and the mood of myself is that I don't want to try that hard. I don't feel the need to continue climbing the ladder. I feel perfectly satisfied and pleased with doing heroic. That feels like the right difficulty for me. I don't really want to get into mythic. I don't think it's up my alley. Rare kills must be in the several hundreds at this point. We're just collecting them. I'm getting to know the rares. I'm gonna visit them all. I'm gonna bring them coffee and cookies. Morning. Good morning, Ujai. Happy Friday. He's a big frog. I don't see frogs as much as I would like. Perhaps I should go seeking them. They're cute. I hear toads, but I don't see them. I'd have to go looking for them. Maybe one day I'll find a frog in the garden. People find frogs in gardens. That would be terribly exciting, especially if it was like a little cute one. You can flex mythic rates in next patch 1207. They are adding a flex mythic difficulty. I believe it is for 15 to 25 players. I don't think it scales all the way down to 10. I think it's 15 to 25. And it'll be for the new Boston Sporefall. I watched Tally doing Mythic yesterday. First 3 didn't look bad at all. Found a frog in the woods recently. How was it? Did you hold them or just observe? I find snakes occasionally, and I like seeing them, but I don't pick them up. I feel like that they wouldn't appreciate it. Not that they would harm me, but like I just don't want to bother them for my own entertainment. Speaking of Mythic, got back to raiding with my guild yesterday after a little break. Killed 4 bosses, including a new one, Salad Bar. Technically, cutting edge raider now. Nice. I miss frog plagues, almost never see them now. I need further context. Is that the name for a group of frogs? Please let that be the name for a group of frogs. What do you mean, plague? Yeah, you could do a speed set out of the blues. It's true. Excuse me, miss. I don't pick up frogs. I wouldn't like to be picked up just minding my own business. What if the giant that came along and picked you up very gently and then told you that you were really cute and then put you down and then you got like an ego boost out of it? Longing for pestilence. Go check on malfunctioning construct. Growing up in Vermont summers, they would spread away in front of you as you walked. It was crazy. Oh, wow. I think I would be stressed out of my mind. Yeah, I would probably be consumed by thoughts of, like, they could squish me, and they might. I think you're right. Not so fun. Maybe I just fly by. I mean, I checked that one already. I'll check it one more time. This is such a pretty zone. It's not a bad place to spend your time. Internally recoiling from the thought of being touched, even if it was a giant who thought I was cute. Sometimes I like to think about animals that are not humans having the cute instinct for like other animals or babies. I feel like they must. And that must be part of the reason that you occasionally see stories of like animals adopting the young of other types of animals, is because, come on, it's cute. I swear my dog thinks the kittens are cute. He gets this look on his face and you know he's just like, oh, babies. Or maybe I'm just giga projecting. I'm sure I am, but like, I believe it. That's my headcanon. Here's my conspiracy theory. Don't elephants think humans are cute? Maybe some of them. Found a place today that sells physical media like Blu-rays and DVDs for $1 and 20 cents respectively, and that was bad for my wallet. Did you find any good ones? It seems silly to ask, but I guess you have a Blu-ray and DVD player so that you can view them. I had a brief moment where I was like, I'm gonna get back into CDs. And maybe that would be affordable if I was buying like secondhand ones. Like for $1 or 20 cents respectively. Buying brand new ones, not so cheap. People do those to collect, so they get marked up. Yes, I have a player. I was feeling nostalgic for being like a kid in my room with my little CD player. Just vibing out to like my Avril Lavigne CD while I did my homework. I used to listen to a lot more albums start to finish back then. I still do to some extent now, because I'll download whole albums and I'll put them on in the car. So I guess nothing's really changed, but... Physical media is great. CDs are a problem. Don't have a drive to rip the MP3s. Need to fix that. Yeah, I no longer have a disk drive in my PC. I didn't put one into the last 2 PCs that I had, which are the 2 PCs I currently have. Just want to own my stuff again. Feel that. I no longer feel the need for the infinite options that streaming gives you. I know that I'm never gonna listen to 99% of it. And if the goal is just to have music or media or whatever, like something to listen to or something to watch, having access to literally all of it is unnecessary and kind of expensive. I don't know. You're going to talk me back into it. You're going to talk me back into my phase. That's a problem that could be fixed by a little less than $20. Well noted. Yeah, it's true. You can do the external drive. Same album on loop anyway. Why bother with all the options, right? My problem is that I like to listen to new albums on loop, and if I wanted to get those as CDs, that's like $20+ each. If I was picking up like I was saying, like used garage sale CDs, that's probably dirt cheap. Is this the group for the 0 of 8 gang? Yeah. Represent. You guys will tell me if I get a mount, right? We'll notice. It's not gonna be a thing where I like won't notice and it'll just go to my bags. Starset's been a recent personal discovery for me. I've been well enjoying. I will totally not notice. It'll pop up like the little toast, I think they call it. There'll be toast. Have you checked your void storage? What if we got one and we just put it in the bank? I'm assuming that they're epic. It'll be a purple toast. And therefore it'll stand out amongst all this blue gear that we're getting. Brain's toast been a bit of a week. Yeah. Paranoid enough to open inventory, do searches sometimes. I'll notice. Right. They are in fact epic. Yeah, we'll notice for sure. This one's scary. This one kills me sometimes. Someone's on it though. Oh no, not this one. Never mind. Misunderstood. This one's fine. I haven't done delves in ages. Not that I want to like today, but I'm kind of thinking through like once I've sort of finished ritual sites, what other kind of projects do I want to work on that are not just like endgame content for achievements and whatnot? Have I finished? Well, I haven't finished. I gotta look at delves and figure out if there's anything else I want from them. That's the trick. That's the thing, is I gotta figure out if I'm missing something that I want. Alistair the Super Mage, thank you for the 14-month resub. Appreciate it. One could make purple toast if you added food coloring at the dough stage. I don't see why not. I don't see why not at all. Hi Hazel, hi chat, hello. Oh, you're not gonna run out of coffer keys, true. Big true. I've got 24 on this character. I might have more on my warrior. Only missing the angler stuff? Can't be bothered. That's fair. Not for everybody. I've never had a rainbow bagel. Never heard of such a thing.
Face your flames. Face your flames.
I just love bagels.
Face your fire. If you never face
How many emote slots do you have open? That's a not relevant number. More than I'm ever gonna fill. The slots are not the limiting factor of me making emotes. They look like mega-sized Fruit Loops. I'm not, in terms of chairs, I'm not personally a massive fan these days of the racer style gaming chairs. I'm sure they're fine, but I think you're better off with like a really good ergonomic task chair. If you can find one in the same price range. I think that's going to be ultimately comfier and better on your back. You're too big. I always hated the fact that they're kind of like concave with just like a little pillow for your back that's supposed to give you good back support. Like they kind of hunch your shoulders forward by default. I don't know. Red Skull is Champion of Pock. That's the Abyss Angler's rare thing. Like mesh office chairs, have to get a new one every 2 years, so it's the same cost as the Secret Lab. Price is worth it. Secret Lab hasn't worked at all. You just hate the big frogs today. The frog violence will cease when the mounts turn up. Yeah. It's hard for me to recommend chairs because I really love my chair, but it's so expensive I can't tell people to go buy it. And like, yes, you can sometimes find good prices. It's a Herman Miller Embody. And I've been using it for, I don't remember how many years now, but it's like in the same shape it was the day that I got it. They're so durable. And it's like really customizable and really comfortable. And it made sense for me as an investment because I spend so much time here and it's like my job and recreation. Like I could kind of justify it. I think I claimed it as a deduction on my taxes way back when. But I can't just sit here and tell people to spend thousands of dollars in a chair. It's not realistic. If you can get a good Herman Miller or equivalent, you know, check your local Facebook Marketplace, see if there's secondhand ones cheaper. Or pay full price if that's your vibe. That's fine too. That's what I did. But I can't pretend that everybody's going to just be able to do that. Yeah, they're really expensive. You've had it as long as I've been here, going on 6 years. I feel like I've had it. I'd have to, and it's hard because I can't like see it in footage. Like I can't go back and look at like most stream VODs to be like, hey, did I have it back then? Because the back of it kind of hides behind me when I'm sitting. I feel like I got it a long time ago because I used an IKEA chair that was awful for me. And then after that, I had a human scale Freedom secondhand chair that was gifted to me by a fan. And that was great. I used that for a long time. But then I got the Herman Miller and I've been using that ever since. I forget when. Afternoon Hazel, how the heck are you? Hi Jens, I'm doing alright. How are you doing? I feel like I don't really know. No, it is dead. That rarely has died. That one is no longer with us. Use a chair made for factory operators. Sturdy. Will last forever. Office liquidation place not that far for us. Love to find a good deal on a Herman Miller. Does your neck ever hurt? No. Yeah, the headrest isn't, like, your head's not going to be on it, but I don't think your head's supposed to be on it. I don't think. I'm tall. I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'10" ish, you know. On a tall day. I've always wanted to try a Aeron, like the other style of like popular Herman Miller chair, but I haven't been by a place that had one that I could check. And this one's been good. Recently learned Taylor Swift an inch taller than you. Isn't she about 5'10"? I feel like we're roughly the same height. She probably is a little bit taller than me, but it's important to me. It's important to me that we're the same height for some reason. I don't know why. It's one of those things. She's also like a little bit older than me. So no matter how old I will get, I will always be younger than Taylor Swift, and that's important. Selena Gomez also helps in that regard because she's got a baby face, so I figure she's my age. I only have to get as old as Selena Gomez gets, so it's fine. You just stand next to her sometimes. Yeah, hey Taylor, I just need, it's just, don't worry about it. We used to both have hooded eyes, but I think she adjusted hers, and now I have hooded eyes all by myself. Have an arrow. Love it. What a coincidence. I also sit in chairs. 5'11". Celebs are notorious about fudging those numbers. Yeah, I mean, I might be fudging mine a little too. I think I'm 5'10". I'm tall enough. It doesn't really matter. Funny the little things that you like cling on to. You're right. Yeah, I'm actually 4'8". I've been actual gnome the whole time. The secret's out. I'm easy to find in a crowd if I'm wearing tall shoes, that's for sure. Back when I used to have bright hair and tall shoes, I feel like I was easy to find from like a distance at BlizzCon if like my friends were looking for me, because you just look for like the shock of like green hair that's like way up there in like a really good pair of heeled boots. 6'0". I always tell people 5'10" to make people feel shorter than they are. I've never heard that. That's hilarious. Oh man. That's a new one. Oh dear. Okay, so this is scary. I feel like these ones are gonna win, but I'm gonna try. That's my thing. I'm gonna try, and if I die, then I won't try again, unless I was like really close. But I think these ones are scarier. Also, I've just used my... I guess if I'm getting beaten up by the elite mobs nearby, then I don't have a huge chance against the actual rare, do I? I just used my embrace. I used to have a good pair of heeled boots. I don't anymore. It's not something I use in my day-to-day life these days. I would get them again if my life changed and I had places that I wanted to wear them in, but I'm not going to strap that on to go like grocery shopping. I just mean like an ankle boot with like a little bit of a heel on it, not like a stiletto heel, just like a stable one, you know. I'm not out here in like thigh-high leather stilettos. Wouldn't that be a world? Let me see. Here, let's just die for science. I use my cooldowns and everything too, so this is really not going to go well. Oh boy, that hurts. Okay, yeah, that really is death. Getting out of here. Sounds like a world for paywall. Yeah, and I don't think that's who I am. That's okay. Not for me. 5'8", so is my partner. She historically avoided wearing fun boots because they'd make her taller than me. I don't care, the boots look cool. Also 5'10", partner 5'9", he loves it. I am significantly taller than my husband. And he doesn't mind whatever shoes I want to wear, so it's fine. It's fun. I never, I mean, I guess I understood it when I was younger, but like nowadays I don't really understand locking yourself to like certain like physical qualifiers for your dating pool because you're shaving off so many people that you've never even met. You know, like what if that's the love of your life and you're just like, well, it's just, you know, like she's blonde or he's not taller than me and it's like, well, now you'll never know. We're all gonna hunch over and have our backs contract when we get old anyways. I don't call him a short king. I would if he wanted me to. That was me for so long. Glad I got over that because he's the best. Yeah, I used to think that way too. It was like a very standard thing for, I feel like, people to say and to want and be like, I want to date someone taller than me because you have like all of this media that you consumed and all of these images that are always of a man that's taller than a woman. So you kind of internalize that. But I tell you, once you let go of it, it's good. Don't remind me of my continuously aging back. 33 is a hard year. Don't say 33 is a hard year. I'm 33. We are too young to be feeling that old. Like, I get it, but please take care of your body. You only get the one. Maybe they're the love of your life, but in too short, what can you do? Rules are rules. Who wants to argue about when you actually qualify as old? Everybody, go! Who wins the I'm oldest and all you youngins can shut it game? What do we got? What do we got? Arctic's in with 40. Fartles is old. 44. Current winner. We got a 44. Can we get a 45? 46! December 79 with a 46! Get off my grass. Couple of 46s. Oh, jolly good fella. New winner. 53, 53. Can we get 54? Oh, we got 57. I love this game every time it happens. It's so funny. May you all have many more. Do you think I'll die? I think I'll die. Do we think I'll die? I don't remember if this is a hard one or not. I guess there's only one way to find out. Just lost a poncho. Nah, you're immortal. You will die eventually. Not too real. Stay ranged, avoid puzzles. Puddles. Okay. You said puddles. I said puzzles. I will avoid both. Yeah, I meant to like this rare. It did overlap with our mortality and age conversation, though. Fundamental question in my day-to-day life. Do you think I'll die? I don't think I'm gonna die, but do you think I'm gonna die? We should discuss. Even if I died tomorrow, I've had such a nice life. I've had so many of my dreams. I've been loved a lot. If I get struck by lightning, don't feel too bad for me. I've had it real good. Death is trivial. World of Warcraft. Yeah, this is fine. This rare is not a problem. This isn't dangerous. You have beef with Ellie, Shaman? Oh, always. What do they say? Let Ellie die in peace? That's what my friends always say. When I eat cheesecake, I feel the same. I had a pretty good run. It was worth it. Please don't carry pieces of sheet metal over your head during thunderstorm. I had a cancer scare a couple years ago, but everything's fine now. That's how I felt. I think it's easy for me to be sage about it right now because my health is good. Knock on wood. I'm sure I will be less mature about it if and when life hits me in the face, but for the time being, I'm feeling pretty content. I'm pretty happy. I love my house so much. It's, don't get me wrong, it's like stressful, but like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. I have a yard. I just went and sat out there yesterday. I was like looking out the window at my lilac tree, which has butterflies. It's amazing. And I was like, why am I looking out the window? I could go out there. And I like pulled a chair out there and I sat my butt down in my yard and I just watched the butterflies. And I'm like, this is literally the best thing ever. You cannot beat this. Turns out not fatal. Like 10%. Oh, fatal hit being hit by lightning actually is. Everyone tells me I'm morbid when I say I'd be okay if something happened because I've lived a good life. Watch hummingbirds lately? We have like dive bombing hummingbirds. I don't know if there's a nest around here or what, but they like to go. They do like a little air horn thing, and then they. It's fun. I like watching them. You sustain follow-up damage. Yeah, I imagine that can't be good on your body. I feel like that much electricity must be kind of damaging to your heart. I don't have any bird feeders because of bears. I'm thinking about maybe doing like a little hummingbird feeder. Just like a really little one and keeping it really clean and seeing if I can get away with that. Because I see my neighbors have them and I would love to have one on my window for my cats to watch. But you got to be careful with anything like syrup or seed because bears will absolutely go for it. It's one of the biggest things that gets people in trouble with bears. Alright, I have done my rare loops on this character. It took us to exactly 10:30. I'm going to hearth back to town, clean up my bags, take a break, and then get onto my warrior. See if we can do it all again. They think bear feeders instead of bird feeders. Yeah, very good senses of smell. Love them to pieces. Don't want them in my business. Not really for my personal safety. It's more of like the social thing of I don't want to be the person that got the bears all like, you know, like it's you can get fined if you're found to be negligent about things that could attract bears, and generally speaking your neighbors will not be happy with you. I doing it for the neighbors. Look, house with nice smells. Human left me something nice. Yeah, I'm trying not to bring all the bears to the yard. I compost, and I compost outside, and I compost kitchen waste, but I am so fussy about like how I'm doing it and making sure that like my pile is like correctly layered and correctly moist and correctly covered and like mixed and everything so that like things break down like real quick because I'm like paranoid. I bury stuff, man. But the pile's been good. It's been cooking stuff. It's been cooking stuff down real good. I am taking that break. BRB. Okay, I got up and took my break, but I saw Moose and Tuna and Tiki were all sharing a bed. And it was so cute. I had to get my phone and take a picture for the Instagram story so you guys could see if you wanted to, because are you allowed to have a gun in your house to protect against wildlife? You would need to have it licensed, and I don't think, like, I don't know. I have no interest in firearms, so I haven't done a lot of research. My understanding is you can have hunting licenses and registered guns for hunting, but like I don't know, but just like defending your house against you'd be better off with something like bear spray or clappers or flares or something. When Moose has the expressive eyebrows, like, what is that? Do you have any of that? Nope. I have my clappers. That's my backup plan. I have my clappers and I have my common sense. I swear that if you give me bear spray, I am going to make things worse. If I did feel like I needed to deploy it, I am for sure accidentally deploying it upwind of myself and blinding myself. Like, I'm just gonna irritate everybody and remove my own vision. Like, it's not going to help the situation. I feel like an air horn is probably the thing that I am least likely to misuse. But people live pretty closely with bears in these parts and have for a long time, and incidents are almost completely unheard of. It's not like a horror movie kind of thing. It's just a respect them and give them their space. They're not after you. You'd have to mess up pretty bad. What are we doing? We're looking for... There might be my pet spicier curry in the other human's trash can. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna get on a different character. I was gonna do rares all over again. That's what I'm after. Yeah, it's not Cocaine Bear. It's if you... Do you have raccoons there? You don't, do you? Do you have raccoons in Germany? Or are they like a North American thing? I actually don't know. I'm trying to think of like what an equivalent like mid-sized animal that would be dangerous if you cornered it, but for the most part you can just live alongside and just keep space from it, leave alone. Don't think so. Oh. I'm sorry, raccoons are super cute. They're like a menace, but they're so cute. I used to love seeing little gangs of trash bandits, aka raccoons, just like trotting through the city of Victoria looking for people's unsecured trash at dusk. It was so, because they'd have like their babies in tow. They look at you and they just like freeze. They're really cute. Don't mess with them, obviously. But yeah. Black bear's kind of just like a giga raccoon. Well, when her babies, most likely. Maybe your consort. Whole families of them. Oh my god, there was a mom that had her babies in a tree. Raccoons, not bears, although we have seen some bear babies too. But there was a mama raccoon who had... Moose was like sniffing this big bush. And I'm like, why? Like, he'd been doing it for a while. And I'm like, well, this is an unusual amount of time for him to be sniffing a bush. And then we kind of look up and you see the cutest little baby raccoon faces that are just like, like through the edge of the bush. And you're like, first of all, oh my god, that's cute. Second of all, Moose, we gotta go. You do not want Mama Raccoon to see that you've been sniffing around where she left her babies. We are skedaddling. Oh my god. They were so cute. Also don't have bears, just learned. Sometimes they wander in from neighboring countries, though. What kind of wildlife do you have? Badgers? I'm in danger. Love seeing raccoons out camping. I just enjoy animals. From like a respectful distance, but I love seeing animals. I like the big ones. The only big animal that I kind of don't really want to see around here is a cougar. Or I suppose a pack of wolves. We don't... Well... You don't often get them, but it's not unheard of. I'm not trying to mess with a pack of wolves. It would be like really unusual to see them though. Or hear them. They're normally farther north. Or farther west. Flappy every now and then likes to freak me with a news story though. We have frogs.
Our training grounds are
Any
riddled with
luck
pests.
over here?
Years of experience should
Sure
allow
seems
you
like
to
I have more mount chances and more characters. I'm getting all the loot that you're normally after, and Marl again, so don't see why not. Wolves, foxes, deer, nothing really dangerous. I think wolves are very cute, but I do not want to meet a pack of them alone in the woods. They are not necessarily going to be your friend. This way. I don't think we have foxes here on the island. I think they're very cute. Another bad case of friendship, but not friend. We have like weasels or something. We have lots of like mink, especially near the water. You're gonna get like mink and otters and those kind of like water weasel type things. You're gonna get, I feel like you do get weasels in the forest because I remember that we had something burrowing under our chicken wire that we thought was a weasel of some kind when I was a kid that was like killing our chickens. We had eagles kill our chickens, and we had weasels do it, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to Google it, though. I haven't set up my trail cam yet. We have one. I just haven't... We charged it and everything. We literally just gotta, like, pick a spot and... I think I need to buy not a graphics card. A memory card. I think I need to pick up a memory card for it somewhere. I don't... You'd think I would have extras, and I don't think I do. Find out what's heading up the trail by roads. Now need a bigger shelf for all the Blu-rays I bought today. Yo, would you want one of those? Not that I have one or anything. It sounds like I have one to sell you. I don't. But remember when there was like this whole category of furniture that was like furniture for holding discs, and they were like these like silver spirally like narrow tower things that you would just like put like 1,000 DVDs into. That's what you need, dude. Some divorced dad core DVD towers. Or just one, probably. I have not seen stoats. British critters look adorable. Weasel stoats vicious. I want to hunt a rabbit way bigger than it was. Yeah, they're scary. I give mink healthy space. I get a little nervous because sometimes when you're fishing, the mink at the lake or even at the ocean will kind of like eyeball you if you're cleaning a fish and be like, hey, what you got there? And that always makes me a little nervous because they want the fish guts. They want the fish, honestly. And they are scrappy. I've never been mugged by a mink. I usually throw the entrails as far from me as I can possibly get them so the mink can go have them. I will settle for shelves. No divorced dadcore TV tower. Grandpa used beta tapes. Is anything pre-2020 divorced dadcore? I mean, maybe I'm just remembering from my own life the DVD tower thing. I might be doing a little projecting. A lot of black leather furniture. This rare is not up, and I should move on and leave it alone. I have DVD towers myself. Disc storage used to be like a whole thing. People used to do big media cabinets that were big enough to fit their like CD changers and stereo devices. I guess they maybe still do. I don't know anybody that has more speaker than like a sound bar at most. Most people I know, just if they're watching their TV, it's just the speakers that are on the TV. I don't have extra speakers. Are you a divorced dad? Don't answer that. I have no human children. Instead of carrying a phone, they'd have a Discman and a whole book of CDs. Ooh, like the zip book that's like a binder. Love a CD binder with like the plastic sleeves. I thought you were asking me if I'm a divorced dad. Several of those zip books within arm's reach. wonder if my mount's gonna drop. See the value in disc binder books, but hate them. I feel like the tower is more useful if you're just listening, like using this media at home, because you can see the spines of them from, like, you can survey them all much more quickly without having to flip through it. Did you guys ever used to be bad at putting the wrong disc back in the wrong case? Like for games or movies or whatever, CDs? I used to be awful for that. I was specifically, my GameCube games would never have the right game and the right thing, and it was 100% my fault. And I would get like annoyed that I couldn't find it, but like I did it. It was my fault. I'm the one who put them back like that. 100%, but I'm better about that now. Yeah, I feel like I would be too. I feel like I would have grown up enough, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I would have learned. Don't use CDs or physical media as much. Yeah, that'll do it too. I hope that if I do get a mount from rares, I get a flying mount so that I can fly around on it while I'm searching for additional rares, you know? Like, I know some of them are ground mounts, like the Hawkstrider. Does each zone have one ground mount and one flying mount, actually? Let me see. Ground, flying, flying, ground, flying, flying. So Voidstorm has 2 flying. Every other zone has 1 of each. Interesting. Unless the pangolin can just randomly fly. Did that for CDs in the car every so often. Spent like 10 minutes getting them back in the right cases. Can't bring myself to throw them away even though I have everything on Spotify personal server. Only move the zip books to dust. Maybe one day you'll it'll come in handy. You never know. If there's divorced dad core, is there also divorced mom core? Divorced mom core is not that different from just regular home core. It might be a little more feminine. She might have gotten like a couple of like prints of vases of flowers or something. But I don't know. My experience, divorced mom's house looks exactly like the house you grew up in, and divorced dad's house is different. We're going this way. Wish I had the mutated flying chicken. Which one is the mutated flying chicken? But I'm just projecting. I am a child of a variety of divorces. It's not just like 1 or 2. There was like a menu to choose from. I know relationships that have ended due to the significant other not returning discs to the correct cases. Oh dear. Uh-oh. I feel like on the surface that sounds crazy, but then like you could build the context that would make that make sense. I feel like any issue could highlight something like that in a relationship if it's just like if blank thing is really important to somebody and they've like made it really clear that this is like really important and the other person is just like flagrantly disregarding it continuously. It kind of doesn't matter what it is as long as it's like, I don't know, reasonable and legal. Everything can be a mutated flying chicken if you think about it. There it is. We never specified how far the chicken mutated. Could have mutated into anything. I do appreciate having the extra time to bond with the Unbound Mana Worm. It's a good mount. Don't mind it. Not mad. I wonder if my car has a CD player. I actually don't know. I know it has Bluetooth, which is what I normally... Actually, no, I use, I attached a Wi-Fi CarPlay adapter. And then I use CarPlay. That's what I do. There might be a CD player. You know what makes me feel old is seeing adult Lily Stormstout in the Argentina. Is she drinking? How dare she grow up? How rude. Oh, you're rare. I wonder which zone is the most annoying zone to do rares in. I feel like it's either this one or Voidstorm, but it's early, it's too early for me to say. Voidstorm just because it's grim, it's just gloomy out there. This one because it's got the dangerous elites and it's got like a lot of vertical levels, and I feel like Voidstorm has a handful of caves too. I vote for Voidstorm. Voidstorm's also large. I feel like it's got a lot of acreage to cover. I like Lily. I feel like we're old buddies. All the caves you need to find? Yeah. Well-timed cave. It's like a cabal of identical frogs that are rares. I vote Nashatar. I didn't specify just the Midnight Suns. I meant to. No luck yet. I failed him on my priest, so I don't think my warrior can do it. I feel like they have kind of similar amounts of survival capabilities. Anything over here? I wonder how long we'll be out here for. I think it's a good spot in the patch to do rare farming. I don't think, like, I know that 1207's kind of sort of coming, but I don't think it's so soon that I'm gonna... I mean, I'm not gonna be able to get all the rares before then, but I feel like we can get some good farming done. I'm taking it seriously now. I know some people have been doing this since the expansion begun. And some of them still don't have all the mounts, so... I don't know what that tells you. Scary. 1207 is in like 3 weeks. There's time. Is it on the calendar? Do we have a date for it? Or is it like an estimate? I know that the time walking got moved back, which made me think that maybe they were bumping the patch a little bit, but I don't know if that's true. I missed it if they announced an actual date. Hello, Mr. Sonic Jen. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. Gearing up for a good weekend. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Scarlet. How you doing? How's it going? How's your Final Fantasy XIV era? I'm not gonna get that. I will get this rare. I haven't even been drum rolling. It doesn't feel like a high enough drop rate for me to be drum rolling. There was someone called Manhattan Cafe in my dungeon. Does that have another meaning that besides just a coffee and pastry shop in Manhattan? Is it a reference to something? Or did it just make you hungry? Try these ones over here. If I'm doing... just baby giggle. Let me pull up my calculator. So about 22 and a half minutes is what I've been spending in each zone. Because I've been doing the 4 zones in about an hour and a half, give or take. So I'm spending about 22 and a half kind of looping through. I'm not getting every rare in each zone. I feel like that would take much longer. It's tanking and all I can see is Manhattan Cafe. No rare? Go check out the south end of the zone. It's hard for me. Wait, I've already got 2 out of 10 stolen equipment. No! Maybe if I pick up like 2 every time I'm through here and I keep coming back to check for this rare, I'll finish the world quest and I'll get my 1100 gold. Could happen. I wonder if I want to have like a Resto Druid or something next season for just healing like keys. Or if I don't want that and I should just do Priest anyway. I like Priest a lot, but I wouldn't hate being faster. I wouldn't hate having a tiny bit more movement capability for keeping up in keys. Or stick with the warrior. I mean in addition to the warrior, for when people want me to heal. The warrior is going to be for DPS. I do like healing. Part of me wants to stop for lumber, and then the rest of me knows that, like, I'm not gonna... Well, hey, he's up. I'm not making everything, man. Resto Druids have good output. Kind of odd this expansion is an old Druid veteran. I feel like they must be fun just because I know so many of them. I feel like most people I know that are doing healing are making a Resto Druid, so I thought maybe they were onto something. Maybe there's something good going on there. Let's go see if the... I feel like the crustacean was bugged for the longest time. It should be working better by now, but...
The Twilight Blade will ransacking our villages,
I don't want to do that world quest. Why will you enjoy? That's what I'm always telling people. It's good advice, right? The random Steam notifications scared me. Boop, boop, boop. No luck there. I don't know how many. I guess I could try to, like, make an equivalent out of how much Marl I've had, but I don't remember exactly how much Marl I started with, plus I know I'm going to spend some eventually. No, it was mine. It's not yours. Don't mind me. Elder Oak Talon. Here, we'll try asking nicely. 1 mount, please. Maybe I should ask after he's, like, dead. Oh, no mount. Better luck next time. Yeah, I guess if I was thinking of a dungeon healer, I would try to pick one that I feel like has good kit for dungeons. like satisfying tools to use. I'm sure they all do it. Like they all do fine. Problem is that a lot of things are going to be good at dungeons are also good at kind of like doing damage while healing, which is the thing that I most don't want to do. I don't mind doing some damage like between healing if I've got like a window where I'm not doing anything. I'll spam Holy Fire and Smite, but I don't want to be doing damage in order to heal as part of my regular rotation. Steam Aloft is on sale? Ooh, what's that one about? I've been seeing a bunch of YouTube thumbnails about Paralives, and I still don't know what it is. I haven't clicked on any of them yet, but clearly the algorithm thinks that I want to. I feel like I asked about it last week, and if somebody replied to me, I must have missed it. Alright, come on, Murloc. Cough it up. A Sims-like. Okay. I never played The Sims. I still don't understand the point of The Sims. I have such large gaps in my gaming education. It's a life sim. Yeah, I haven't played The Sims. All I know is that they go blah, 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 and have like little green triangles or diamonds or something. Polyhedrons. That's literally all I know. People like drown them in pools? I guess I knew a third thing. Steam did a sale pop-up, though I think it was Starship Evo actually. There was like, I think it was a pop culture Jeopardy clue about The Sims. And the clue was something about a game that the creator said originally was like vaguely based on like a critique of capitalism. Something like that. Which I feel like is funny because people tell me that The Sims these days is like so microtransaction laden that it's not even worth picking up. It's like so cash shop heavy. Be like if Stardew Valley started trying to sell you a subscription to JoJo. More of an architecture simulator originally. I wonder if I'm taking like a lot of damage from being in the puddle or what. This was less scary on my priest. Imagine if you could make each of your WoW pets a house, also give them jobs, make them have babies. Also drown them in pools. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get it. Maybe I have to play one of them one day to figure out what the point is. I feel like it would either grab me or I would horrifically insult everybody who enjoys them by continuing to not understand. One or the other. Arguably, that was already the case a long time ago. Less microtransactions, more of a here's the base game and about 17 different expansions you gotta buy separately. Storytelling being creative, not for everyone. The point is to play evil god or benevolent god, mostly evil. Why do I feel like I would just make a normal looking character and then be really disappointed in their choices like a parent? Recently, EA publishes Sims bought out by some awful people. I see. One thing I need to put on my Steam wish list, actually, to catch if it goes on sale at some point, is Factorio. I like a factory sim. I have Satisfactory. I've been meaning to play it again. But I know people really like Factorio, and I feel like I owe it to myself to give it a try sometime. No luck there. I'm getting pretty good luck finding the rares up. That's something.
The Twilight Blade are sabotaging our lumberyard again. Save what lightwood you can find and hit them back hard.
What I've been playing lately has been more incremental games. I did a few playthroughs of Universal Paperclips. I was kind of getting into the prestige system and collecting the artifacts, but I looked up what the different artifacts do, and I was kind of underwhelmed to the point that I decided I wasn't going to just keep replaying it until the mood strikes me, because they don't really change the gameplay of it enough. And that's a game that you can beat in kind of like 4 to 5 hours now, if you kind of get the hang of how it works. But it kept me busy for a while. That was good. It's kind of like a thing that can occupy my brain if I want to park my brain somewhere that's not doom scrolling. It's not really going to make me feel better, but it's not going to make me feel worse. So it's kind of like a pause button for my self-destructive impulses. Surprising how often the rares are up when you're used to them spawning once an hour or less. I think these all respawn within 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, it seems not bad. I think speaking of rares and being up, I think I've exhausted most of this zone. Let's go home and then we'll go to Herondar. Do that next. Let's go to Voidstorm actually. Let's do Voidstorm next. See if I can even remember how to get to the portals. It's highly embarrassing how bad I still am at navigating this city. Maybe I need to turn off my city guide. Wait, I found it! I found it! Am I finally learning something? I guess if we learn it before 12:1, that's still progress. That does sound like the Sims screaming at your sim because they do make dumb choices. Let's head this way and then we can kind of do a little clockwise loop, huh? Sounds good. Oh, this one's behind the building. This always messes me up. Are there any games that are in development that people are really excited about? Anything coming down the pipeline that you guys are like looking forward to a lot? One mount, please. Da-da-da. Nope. Got an appearance. I don't think I have any. I think the next game that I know I will probably buy at some point is whenever they eventually cough up an actual sequel to Animal Crossing. Even then though, I don't know. I might be over it by then. I enjoyed Animal Crossing a lot. I've gotten a lot of good hours out of it. I do feel like I get bored of it faster and faster every time though. Zoo Planet 2, we are getting aquatic animals. Next, only dinosaurs will be missing. Nice. Cutie Pop 3. By far the biggest game for me in the future that we know about is the third and the last part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. There were so many number words in that sentence. Third and last part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. Not really announced yet, I just know it could happen any day. Nice. Well, I'm happy for you. Hopefully soon. I feel like the franchises where I know I'm gonna buy the latest entry in it are kind of dwindling. They're losing me over time. I used to buy every Pokemon game. I've kind of petered out of that. Just get like stuck in your ways playing the same things all the time. Oh, here. Tremora. So she was in her cave, right? Yes. And also the Void Scythe. Yeah, so this is how I got to her last time. If there's a better way, I don't know it. The original is my favorite game of all time. The remake games are pretty good so far, though fan base is split. Used to play Legend of Zelda games, not since the Switch ones. Yeah, I bought a few of them. I know now that I'm not the person to finish them. I will play the first couple of hours if Flabby wants to play the next one and we get it. I would probably try it for a little while, but I know I'm never gonna... Zelda's never gonna be my franchise. It's too puzzle heavy for me. I have to look up all the answers. I'm just not cut out for it. And at that point, it's like, well, why are we here? What's the point? And it's like super narcissistic, but I've never clicked with games that make me play an existing character without customizing it. I much prefer games that let me make my own character. Even if the customizations suck, I would rather be some version of me than some existing character. I've never really gotten into a game that had me be a specific person. Looking forward to the new Fable, and that's about it outside of WoW stuff. No luck there. Let's go try this one, and I'll probably just skip by all of the Stormarian Assault ones. I think we can just bypass those. Aside from live service games, WoW and D4 only got 2 franchises. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Devil May Cry. DMC won't get a new game till like 2030 or so. Well, I'll play all the new Stardew Valley patches. I'll probably buy Honda Chocolatier when it comes out, even if I don't. Like, whether I want to play it or not, I will probably buy it just because I feel like I've had so much joy from Stardew Valley that I'll do it just to support Concerned Ape and whatever he wants to do. Maybe I'll like the game. Oh, hey, I got a mount! Oh, I got the one I wanted! Woo! One augmented Storm Ray for me. Congrats. Thank you very much. Let's get on it. We are 1 of 8 now. I'm gonna have to change up the stream title tomorrow. I am leaving. I am turning in my card for the 0 of 8 club. I am not renewing my membership. Augmented. Yeah, it's the green one. Big things happening. Same here. Concerned Ape deserves my money. I bought Stardew 3 times, and I would do it 3 more. I should just start buying it for other people at this point. What a cute mount. I love this. Is honestly, of all 8 of the rare mounts, this is the one I wanted the most because I love these Storm Rays. They're very, I think it's a great upscale, and original Nether Rays from Skyguard are very nostalgic for me. They were the first rep that I really ground for mounts when I first started playing the game. They look a little stiff flying, I'm not gonna lie to you, but oh, so happy with that. So I can still farm rares in this zone because there is a second mount that I don't have yet, but the other one is a Harrower mount, which are kind of not my top. It's not really top of my list. Still gotta farm for it though. Part of my brain was rewired when someone said they look like alien bulldogs. Rewired to like them more or less? Hello Games has redeemed themselves with No Man's Sky to the point that I'm really looking forward to their fantasy game. Long lost interest in all games Nintendo. Last Xbox exclusive I was interested in. Killer Instinct. Yeah. Across the mount. Thank you. I walked away for genocide with how many rares I've killed? 7 of 8. Nice. I'm happy I got one. I got a good one too. I got a really good one. I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna write it around. Plus, I noticed that it dropped. I didn't miss it. Wow. See why some people think they're cute. It's funny as I love the Storm Rays, and I love dogs in general, but I'm not a big bulldog person. The squashed face doesn't appeal to me at all. Like, they're still nice dogs. I'll still say hi to them, and I enjoy their company, but I'm not. It's not my. Not the thing that like triggers the oh, it's a cute dog instinct in me, I guess. Didn't even accidentally put them out in the bank. I didn't. That might be an actual hot take though, just because I feel like Frenchies are the most popular dog in a lot of places now. They ousted labs. Thought I didn't like them at all, but seeing them fly, I like them. Hazel, I have an update. I am now 2 out of 8 on zone rares. Very nice. Congratulations. Did you get lucky enough to get 2 in the same zone so that you can knock that zone off your list? I feel like that's super good if you can get that. So this is kind of where I killed it last time. Was I happy with that choice? I guess so. No. Aw. Maybe next time. 2 different zones that you could finish with 1 more mount drop. Am I gonna be stuck? Oh no, we're fine, we're fine. Well, this went very well. I still have Herondar left to go too. The ones up in the north are not bad, huh? They're just in that, like, funky area. But I don't think the rares themselves are too hard. Check on this guy. It's around. Took me over 700 attempts to get the last one I was missing, 500 of which were after I got the last one from another zone. Oh dear. Oh hey, Rare. I wonder if this is gonna be okay or not. Kinda hurts. Kinda hurts a lot. I feel like it's... Oh, there's a bear here now, though. I feel like I gotta really... Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it at all. Nope. Yeah, those hurt too much. I guess they're gonna res me here. Maybe if I get back in time. For some reason, the ZA mounts just didn't want to drop. They just liked having you around. They didn't want to lose you from the zone. How's it going? Oh, and they're dead. Well done, Mr. Bear. I don't know if I want to go check for that one. It's scary. Do all my profession chest farming in Herondar, kill all the rares I see, and all 11 of my 90s each week. Oh. Oh, it's so many. Anytime you go in the zone. I can't stop smiling. I got a mount today. One of them dropped for me. We're making progress.
What is that?
Not every day is going to be a mount drop day, but today is. Yeah, go check those middle ones one more time, and then we can port to Herondar. Have a look through those. I just did them daily on 3 characters. I think I'm only going to end up doing them on 2. 5 days a week at most, because that's how many days I stream. And it seems like 2 characters is about what I can handle in, about what I can deal with in a 3-hour stream. I guess I might add another character if I start, like, shaving off a zone and therefore finishing them faster. Oh, hey, this one's up. Oh, this one's Hurdy. This is the scary one. I remember he was dangerous to me on my, I don't know if I can solo him. I don't think so. I almost died on my priest, and my priest has a little bit more sustained self-healing in a single target combat. I wonder if I just hang out if anyone will, like, turn up. I know I'm not the only one doing mirrors today. I'm 276 in this guy. I don't know if that's enough to deal with Revengerus. Do you think Revengerus takes the Vengabus? Do you think he likes to party? One way to find out. Because this particular mechanic is fine. It's gonna be kind of tight. No! 2 enter, 1 leaves. Not me, apparently. Not meant to be. That is not destiny. They're probably not worth the time. There's so many other rares that you can do that have presumably the same chance to drop them out. It really doesn't seem super worth it if you think something's gonna win. I think I'm just learning the hard way which ones I can and cannot get away with. Yeah, I think maybe 276 is not. If I had my health pod, that would have bought me a little more time. I don't know. It's a little dicey. Yeah, drums maybe, but who wants to spend like 800 gold killing a rare? It's not a profit anymore at that point. I'm already paying for repair bills. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, this one's elite too, but I feel like this one's not so bad. Let's see. I have more interrupts than this character. Although I didn't come in with coolies up. You almost need her to summon ads so that you can, so that you can start victory rushing more. Doesn't hurt super bad, though. Generally speaking, whenever there's projectiles, the safest place you can hide is behind an existing projectile. Like right behind one that just went. Not that anybody asked. That's just what I've learned this week. And also in Shadowlands, in that one dungeon with the balls down the hallway. Gotta get behind one. Yeah, this one's much easier with a more regular interrupt. You don't take as much of those stacks, as many of those stacks. What if it was 800 gold for a mount? Ooh, there's a good reframe. I feel like I spent like 20k on the mats plus tip just to get the Lynx mount. Although, I might have over-tipped a little bit, but I just wanted someone to make it. I wanted to make it worth their while. Any concrete rewards for doing all the achievements? Nah, just points. There's like a little meta, but that's also for just points. It's an open question as to whether that meta would be required for the like overall meta at the end of the expansion. We don't really know. There is a leatherworking mount. That's the one that I spent the gold on because I tipped a leatherworker to make it for me after I had the Lynx collar drop. Hunter has a pet, always great for this kind of stuff. Priest Fade is OP too, gives you time when they attack your tentacles. Ooh. Okay, Herondar. Herondar time. Also, my bag's getting a little full over here. I don't know what I'm saving up gold for aside from just repairs. Repairs and like enchants and food and stuff for another season. Can't be too stocked up on gold. I used to really like saving up gold to spend on the black market auction house. Kind of got less fun. I might go swing by. I know there's one in town. I might swing by and have a look and see if it's got good stuff. I doubt it, but it could. I only know where it is because I have it on my city guide map. Here she is. Also, what do you have? Oh, it's the Shady Art Dealer. Grace. Hello, what you got? Tier 3. Panda tailoring recipe. Good old Mechano Peep. Sometimes you can snag these and flip them. Like, people will buy them on the auction house. Because it's an Argent tournament pet. Sometimes if you can get them like really cheap on the BMA if people like aren't paying attention to it. And then flip it. I know people do that. I can't be bothered. I don't have the patience. It's a neck. It doesn't even have an appearance on it. Oh, and this is something I already know. Whispering Temple Blades. I don't really remember getting this. Oh, you know what I did? I got that off the Goldsink vendor. I think is when, like right back with the Golden Scarab. I think that's when I got that. Hello, happy Friday. Hello, Nadia. Happy Friday. I hope you're at the beginning of a kickin' weekend. Let's make kickin' happen. I have been rare farming, and I am no longer 0 of 8. I am officially 1 of 8. I got this one. Happy birthday to me. Had a 3-hour nap. Now I have to cook some dinner. Nice. Do you get like groggy after a super long nap like that? Because I do. I've done that before, and I wake up and I'm like, I should do something, but then like the legs don't want to work. I still need all of them. I've never financially recovered from that Goldsink vendor. You have a good one.
Lesser manifestations escape from the rift.
Brats,
Send them
thank
back
you.
where they
Thank you very
belong.
much. I feel like I shouldn't even try Stumpy on this character. My priest can probably handle it. This character has more myth gear, but my priest has better upgraded gear. And this character is still low on myth crests. My warrior item level could go up a lot if I just did a bunch of keys and like ground out tons of myth crests. I feel really bad. Slept with my winter duvet on. It's 23 degrees. You gotta hydrate. You need to chug some water. Holy. That's toasty. Love a summer afternoon nap though. I'm kind of jealous. Kind of making me want to do it. I can't do it. It's Friday. Above 10 million gold before the gold sink vendor. Have been below 10 million ever since. It was like 2 expansions ago now. Hey, Stumpy. Stumpy, you can live today. I don't believe in myself. Rip me. I'm poor. Last thing I dumped a bunch of gold into was WoW tokens. Back when they were a little cheap in the beginning of Season 1. I'm just saving up to buy future expansions. Oh. Did I? No, I missed it! Oh. Grumpy. What if that was the one? We'll never know. The pink means that I've seen it, but like I didn't kill it in time, I think. Oh yeah, I saw it but didn't kill it. So Stumpy's pink because I left him to live. That one's pink because I missed it. Just never got back into gold making. That was the last time that I made like big gold from crafting. I felt like it felt more manageable back then. I think the changes they made to crafting in The War Within were good changes, but I never quite got back into it to the same degree. Dragonflight alchemy was my jam. I was so into it. I was like compulsively logging on to reset my auctions when I shouldn't have been, and I've never felt that into it since. It was my only glimpse at the 10 million and above life. You getting invited to different parties, opening doors to different rooms. Oh, my hands are cold. Living the high life. Poor even in WoW. I feel like I have like 200k to my name right now, maybe 250. I guess I don't remember how much is my war bank, but I don't think it's a lot right now. I've just been making gold from world quests and weeklies, and that's it. I guess I sell the occasional ore that I pick from something like this. Not doing anything too crazy. That's just mining knowledge. Want 2 mil for the spider, then I'm good, but professions give me anxiety, too much work. I used to get anxious about the risk associated with professions. I am risk averse to a massive fault. So the thought that I could spend gold on something and then not profit and actually be in the hole for a given venture is a very hard thing for me to tolerate. Even if I'm making gold on average across the span of my ventures, I do not like spending gold and then losing it. I'd rather spend time and make a much smaller amount of gold that's guaranteed and has no possibility of loss. Yeah, I would be a horrific venture capitalist. I don't have it in me. I also don't feel a need for like infinite growth. I feel like there is a point in life where I have enough and that I am no longer willing to sacrifice anything further for additional wealth. There we go. There's a rare in the cave. Fish for arcane wormfish and silvermane for money. Oh. Is it this cave? I feel like it's not. This is a treasure cave. I think it's like way down below. Yeah. Getting my caves mixed up. There we go. No, ma'am. It's good moral, though. Check for this one. Hi, Gigi. How you doing? Happy Friday. I'm farming rares. I did one dungeon for my rep weekly, and aside from that, I've been farming rares all day. We're doing it properly. I'm doing it for real. I guess if I get to a point where I feel like I've killed every rare that I'm going to on this character, I could use my hunter. I would just have to for sure sit out any rares that are like elites. She does not have the gear for it. It might be kind of fun to play her again. I haven't been on that Heron-Near hunter. I haven't played Ficus in like months, it feels like. This one we could find. So that one we could find. Stumpy we're not worried about. Razul we could find. Funny, I just killed a rare named Dracana, and I'm thinking, I'm not the only one pilfering plant names for character names out here. This is a theme. These are pretty. I kind of feel bad this one takes so long to wake up. Wait, someone's hitting me. Funny name. Kind of aggressive, kind of Nordic. I was just naming her after the house plant. Her pet names were like different varieties of ficus. Theories, my favorite zone farming spec. Love all the charging, jumping, zooming about. Yeah, it feels super good. Just drop one mount. Is it possible to get two off the same rare? I know it would be like insanely unlikely, but is it possible? Didn't know there were different varieties. Oh yeah. That one's dead. Oh, here we go. I'm not massively in my houseplant era right now because it's directly at odds with my kitten era. And I've like historically been really quite lazy about watering my plants, so I feel like I've let go of the need to keep anything that's not super drought tolerant. I can keep like succulents basically. Something I can water once every 6 weeks. Like the desert rains and then forget about it again. But the kittens really... I used to keep out the plants on all the windowsills, but the kittens really like windowsills. They like sitting in them and watching everything going on outside. And I don't want them chewing on plants, so... Purple shamrock that I adore, you only have to water them once a week or so. Nice! My plants would be so happy to get water once a week. I am not with it. Not on top of it. One of those things that fell off the bottom of my task list. That's why I'm not buying anymore. Got one of those self-watering pots useful for my plant abandonment issues. I'm pretty good at finding the place where a given plant wants to be and getting it like the right kind of light that it wants, but I'm pretty bad at like remembering to water them. Shamrock leaves open and close every night so it feels extra alive. Ooh, fun. That does sound kind of cool. I like flowers that do that outside. I like seeing like the tulips early in the morning. They're about done now, but closing and then kind of opening up with the sun. I'm gonna hop on my hunter and do a couple extra rares on her. My Monstera is thriving next to the balcony door. 0 decay, weird spots. Lucky. You found the spot. You found the chosen spot. I had a nice one in Oregon that really liked where it was in my apartment, but I didn't keep it. Left it behind. I didn't bring any plants back with me. I didn't want to bother trying to get him across the border. Paperwork I did not need to deal with at that point in my life. What am I doing? I am getting on Ficus. There she is. The only spot I ever chose for it, and I'm afraid to ever move it. Yeah. Yeah, if it's happy, I wouldn't mess with it unless you have to. I love a huge happy monster. I feel like they add so much like life to a place. I know they're cliche, but I love them. Rare Scanner is the add-on I'm using for rare tracking. Speaking of, I need to turn it on. Ficus. Let's do some Eversong. Eversong rares. They can also survive a radioactive fallout, apparently. Wow. That I did not know. Nowhere there. I forgot I do like this hunter with her mount and everything. Although I feel like she would look really nice in the brilliant petal wing. Like this butterfly's great. This would be A+ though. Yeah, that's the stuff. Not actually true, but pretty sturdy. Love to see it. Oh, I don't remember how to play a hunter, but luckily I don't think it's important. The Harrenir BM Hunter is exclusively about vibes. Loved Survival so much after the rework. I've heard that from a few people. People seem to really like it. It's great. It's good stuff. I tried being Marks for like 30 seconds. Nah, 5 minutes. I gave it 5 minutes. I swapped to it and tried it on the target dummy for a hot second and then was like, maybe not. Wasn't clicking for me.
With pests. Your years of experience should allow you to swiftly handle this matter.
Miss Chronicler of Harrenir for the meta achievement because I forgot to click the things a few times. Oh man. Yeah, I did that. I did that for one of them. I had to repeat one of them after I was done. I had to go back and do another one because I didn't click all the lore things. Done now though. I think Boomstick is fun but can still go in the bin. Don't like being locked to using a gun as survival. Nah, you can't do it on alts. Does suck. Very time gatey. Try this way. This zone doesn't have any like super dangerous rares, huh? Like elite rares that are impossible to fight by yourself. I feel like Eversong has nice, polite, friendly rares that are like manageable. Are there elite rares in this zone? I don't remember. You'd think there must be. Eversong easy rares. Okay. I'll take it. Not up right now. Good spot for my hunter to work on anyway. They have nice mounts too. I like the Dragonhawk especially. Only Voidstorm? Some of the Zolomon ones I find to be not worth pulling. And then a few of the Herondar ones as well. Herondar and Zolomon, I feel, both have dangerous elite rares. Especially the ones in that Zolomon pit. I got my butt handed to me a couple times today trying it out. I was fortunate enough to get the Eversong rare mounts first week of the X pack, but I've never seen the other ones. Here goes my entire luck. Yeah, I'm starting to realize just how lucky people that just kind of got a bunch of them easy were without trying super hard. I feel like those early reports of people getting the mounts just while leveling really made me think that I didn't need to try for these and they were just gonna happen. I no longer think that way. Funnily enough, Herondar Elite Rare, surprisingly easy. The World Shaker guy and Stumpy I feel like were both quite dangerous for me. I can't do Stumpy. And then there's a couple of big stompy ones up on the cliffs. Forgot Zolomon is the worm who really hurts. The worm's the one I can actually do. It's the guy with the guy in the elite area surrounded by like the mask things. Sort of down in the pit, sort of near the worm. He sucks. I forget his name. But I think I'm gonna skip him from now on. I think I've learned my lesson. I think I've touched the fire a few too many times and I know it's hot now. Ashame or something? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not paying a wild amount of attention to all of their names. They're blending together just a teeny tiny bit. Maybe by the time I have all the mounts, I'll know all their names inside and out. Touch the fire. It freezes me. Is that the elemental version of the ADHD? I drink coffee and it calms me. Oh, it's from Buffy. Oh, I see. I missed it. I didn't catch that one. Musical episode. I've never seen Buffy. I've been told I would like it. Let's head this way. Questline in ZA where you get a companion extra action button if you stay in the quest line. Never turn in one of the three. Helps out a bunch, huh? Never seen Buffy. Nah, I haven't seen a lot of stuff. My media exposure is very spotty. And has noticeable gaps. Watched a few episodes because nothing else was on, but it was a long time ago. Don't remember anything. Makes those elite rares in ZA super chill. Yeah, that would help. I think I'm just gonna figure out which ones are skips and where they are. Because some of the elite rares are really manageable. Some of them are not. Let's go check the far north side one more time. I wonder if Moose and Tuna and Tiki are all sleeping in the same bed still. I couldn't believe when I walked in on them. I went through the other room on the stream break and I saw them all just like in the same dog bed. Oh. Tuna really likes Moose. Tuna wants to cuddle with Moose. We have like this pink sort of side chair in the living room that Moose thinks is his chair and he'll curl up in it and whatnot. And Tuna like kind of jumped up on it while Moose was in there and was gonna lay down and cuddle with him in it. And Moose is gonna look at him like, oh, I don't know. And then he like got up and left. Like he'd been mugged for it. And I was like, buddy, you would have both fit. It was gonna be so cute. But he'll share the big dog beds with them. I put the picture of it on the Instagram story. When people come over to my house, they give me a hard time about how many massive dog beds I have. It's just so easy to make Moose happy. He just loves a big comfy bed. And the cats really like them too, even though they're comically big for them. We're nearly finished. I think I might fly through, do a little quick flyer through of ZA. Have a quick little look at it. We can check these two one more time on our way by. I've been flying past lower objects, but I don't think I need to do them. I must have done them on a different character for my achievements already. I don't think there's any sense of repeating them. We don't really, I mean, I guess we have, I was going to say, we don't really have a meta yet, but we do. I'm on the mount for it. I was going to say, I wonder if, like, how I'm doing in terms of the ultimate expansion meta when it does come out. Like, if there's anything I'm ignoring now that I will later wish I had come back and done. Or if I'm in pretty good shape. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I'm getting a lot of the metas for, like, the smaller achievements and the smaller features, like the prey meta, for example. I have a lot of that done.
The Twilight's blade are sabotaging our lumberyard again. Save what light wood you can find and hit
There's
them back
Abundance, but
hard.
I think I got all my cosmetics from Abundance and I'm just ignoring it now. I'm never getting that profession equipment, and that's okay. Luck? No? I forgot this character does not yet have mining while mounted. I've been doing more mining on my warrior. Let's just check another handful. Oh, there's one. Tiny vermin. Come on, mount drop. Fingers crossed. Come on. I feel like at one point I added a drum roll sound effect to my stream deck as like a soundboard, and then I realized that my production values are not that high. No luck. One leech tooth ban for me. Hi, Runelite. Hope you're having a great day. Oh yeah. Ashawn the Empowered. The Diamondback is okay. It's the dude that, like, Giga sucks. This frog I can handle, but I don't know if he's up right now. I feel that he is not. Got the first one from Herondar after being inspired by you the other day. Oh, very nice. Which one did you get? Did you get the bird? I feel like the bird's the really, really nice one. The pangolin's fine too. The pangolin's nice too, but I really want the spore glider bird. Or pardon me, the petal wing. Great. Hope you and the kitties are good. Thank you. Yeah, babies are doing good. I want the panther thingy though. I think they're so cool. Nice. I got the Nether Ray today from Voidstorm, which I was happy about. That's the one that I really wanted. Moosey's good too. Moosey's doing good too. He's been feeling a bit better in these last couple of days. He was really sad for a little while. And he has a right to be, and he's gonna feel his feelings, but he's been more himself recently. Just good to see. You don't want to see your buddy hurting.
Blade be ransacking our villages, taking priceless relics. Get them back.
Any rare? Yes. Alright, come on, mount. Did I know there was an ogre on this crab? I don't know that I knew that. That might be news to me. I finished the Thalassian mail armor from Rares. That's something. Same? Who are you and what are you doing on that crab? Hey Hazel. Hey Schwab, how you doing? Happy Friday. Bypass that. Ah, yes. Alright. Come on, rare. One down, please. 2 in one day, I feel like would be kind of wild. That would be fun. Might be a little too much to hope for. I got the augmented, what do they call it? Nether Ray? Augmented Storm Ray. I got the augmented Storm Ray from Voidstorm today. What is the tactic? Kill rares. Once per day, per character, as many of them as you can do, as many of them as you have time and or stamina for. Kill rares and hope for the best. Nice. That's, thank you. Thank you very much. I've got 3 characters at 90 that I'm using. The first 2 more so than this one, but I have a little extra time. Yeah. Attention span, valid. Whatever you feel like you want to do. How many of the crystals do you need for the Herondar Dragon thing? I don't remember off the top of my head. Is it 500? Chat will know. Solo the Dragon Rare and Void. Nice. Getting revenge on Revengerous. $500. This is it. It could be. 1 mount, please. Nope. I just got Murloc's Murgle Girdle. Which is admittedly kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know how many of those things I have. I feel like the answer is more than 5 and less than 500. I haven't sat down to actually farm them yet. I think I have some in my war bank. I could check it out at the end of stream today. I'm just gonna kind of make my way. Oh, I'll do like one more flyby of these north ones. Oh, the Diamondback is up. He kind of... this character doesn't really have the gear for it. I'm only 261 here. My other 2 characters can do that one fine. I don't think this one can. I'm gonna just fly by it. Oh, is it 1,000 of the Vile Essences for the Hex Eagle? That might be what I'm thinking of. I don't have that one yet either. Rare Scanner is the add-on I'm using to help me track and find rares and mark them on the map and stuff. Rare Scanner. Oh, here we go. Speaking of rares. Maybe this is the one. This will be my last one of the day. I'll hearth after this. 1 mount, please. Oh, worth a try. Okie dokie. Take her back home. I want to take a look at my bank and see how many of the Sky Shardy thingies I have. I forget. Feels multitasking, working towards the crystals as well. Yeah, must be getting something. I'm just happy to have him out today. I feel like the Violescence farm was nicer than the Netherwarped Egg farm. They all sound better than the Netherwarped Egg farm. I'm right with you there. That fishing grind looks horrific. So, if I look in the war bank, Dunk of Violescence. I have 4 Violescences here. That's not that many. And I have 29 out of 500 Sky Shards. Maybe there's more across my different characters, but maybe there's not. You never know. Also, I have 86k on this character. I did not know that. I might dump some of that into the bank. Here we can vendor our blues. This character does not... Actually, we can vendor everything. This character does not have enchanting. Got the 500 Sky Shard, the one this week. Another one off the list. So I have 100k in the war bank. I'm going to dump 80. So I probably have like 300, maybe 400k right now. That's not actually that bad. It's been growing back. Because I have about 100 and change k on my pre-stand on my warrior each. Alrighty. I must wrap up for the day. I'd like to thank you very much for your company. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do Saturday stream. We're going to do Sunday stream. And then it's a little early, but the following week on Wednesday, I will stream, but I will be 1 or more hours late just because we've got vet in the morning. But I'll remind you again closer to the time. That's not until next Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your company, and I hope you have... Sorry, I'm laughing at like the plushy graveyard over here. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!